Alright, this is Pooka Possum after moving day. So, we had to make a new possum room, and I'm really satisfied with the one that we made. So, basically, my dad came here and over a period of several days made this wall. So it's covered with wood paneling that kind of looks like the wood of an old beach house, kind of got that weathered look. And then he put OSB on this wall, and we had to remove a workbench that was here. It will be put back up because it's going to be my workbench for when I paint my D&D figures. So that will come back up shortly. But let's see, what else have we got? And I painted the room, including the brick walls and also the OSB. So the floor I painted as well, and it's supposed to be a kind of a light green, not quite minty, but somewhat similar. But honestly, it looks sort of like split pea soup, a little more than I intended. But it's called Garden Trellis. And the walls, I love this color. It is called Ocean View. So I was kind of thinking grass and sky as far as the color scheme goes. And when I put my workbench in here, I'm going to paint it lilac, so that just as before, I can work in the same space as Pooka Possum lives. Now, Pooka does not have very much in the way of furnishings right now, so don't think that I am going to deprive her. Oh, that's a dog. It sounds pretty weird all the way through the walls and upstairs. But I will definitely get some more furnishings in here. I'm going to give her a kennel for her kind of like little den, because she really likes to sleep in little spaces, and in her old room she had lots of tables and shelves where she always would like to tuck away. I don't really want to put tables and shelves in here, just the workbench, so I'm going to work at creating other little crevices, and there may be other things to come in the future as well. I'm also going to get a lot of branches. She's not really much of a climber because, of course, if you know the story of Pooka Possum, she has no tail. But she does climb a little bit, and she would certainly appreciate having some nice branches that she could climb on and around and over, just like she does on our walks when we go outside. And I have reallocated this. This, of course, is a little swimming pool. I had it for the rats to dig in, but of course, they had a lot of respiratory issues, and I think that it was making them sneeze, so I decided that they should not have such a thing. And so now, instead, I had this like sort of coconut fiber substrate in it, but I took that out. I'm keeping it for, you never know when one might need such things. And I put, of course, leaves from the woods. I just went and collected them for Pooka Possum, and she does climb in here. I didn't know for the longest time, but then she was caught climbing in. So now I know that she will use it. And when she goes outside for walks, she loves to forage in the dirt and leaves. So I think this is something that she'll really enjoy doing over time. And she's got her usual tunnel. She's got her litter box, which she has used. Hooray, Pooka Possum. And I wasn't sure if she would, because I was like, well, but where should I put it? And I'm like, I'll just let her tell me where to put it, but it looks like she's accepted my placement. And this blanket is just here for right now, just to kind of give her a soft place. She does like to tuck into blankets. And of course, I will put her den with other blankets in it, probably on the opposite wall. So she will have a lot more. And this whole space, except for the workbench that's going to be essentially right above this blanket, it's all going to be Pooka Possum space. So it's really pretty good. And I think that I can do a lot with it as far as giving her good entertainment and such. And she does live in the basement, but it's a really nice basement. The other side of it is finished. There's also a room with another workbench where my husband Chris is going to do his art, and this is going to be where I paint, as well as, of course, where Pooka Possum lives. It's just a wonderful space, easy access to a utility sink, and it's just a really good space. Of course, she does have lights natural lighting up here and over here. And it is really a very clean basement, and it's not cold or drafty or musty or wet. And in fact, it should be pretty good because it will stay fairly even temperature all year round. Now, she does, of course, go outside a lot, and she also goes to work with me, of course. So I would definitely not just put a possum in the basement and leave her there, because that would be very sad. So no worries there. And we will just have to see how this room evolves over time. I'm really pretty excited about it because before she was in one of the upstairs bedrooms at our old house up on the 3rd floor, and it was not a space that we even did anything with ourselves. It had old carpeting and old weird speckle paint on the walls that looked kind of like strange bird's eggs. It was bizarre. The carpeting was like this weird orange color, and nothing about it was as I would have chosen. There were a lot of old bookshelves up there that were Chris's, and it's just really good to have a dedicated possum space that I can do exactly what I want to do with it. So we will see what we come up with to entertain our little possum as time goes on. So just wanted to introduce the brand new possum room.